Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Black Expo time in Oklahoma City. The Christmas and the Kwanzaa Festival is now taking place at the Business Services Convention Center. It started this morning. No, yesterday. It's Friday. It was December the 6th, 7th, and 8th. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Today it will open at 10 a.m. and go to 9 p.m. and on Sunday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Cox Business Services Convention Center. At 10 o'clock this morning, the Inner City Dance Institute will present a 30-minute performance. At 10:30, the statewide community drill praise dance competition. 1:30, CC will be there. At 2 o'clock, it will be the drill team presentations. From 2:30 to 2:45, be instrument of praise by gospel dance. 3 o'clock will be the bridal wedding fashions. That's something you've got to see if you're planning to get married. 3:30, CC will be back on, and Jeruba will take the stand from 4 to 4:30. From 4:30 to 4:45, the Unity Gospel Group. From 4:45 to 5, Cynthia Smith. From 5 o'clock to 5:15, Potts and the R&B. Oh, at 5:15 it's going to be a big show, and you can't afford to miss it. You can't afford to miss 5:30. At 6 to 6:30 tonight, it's either be Mabel Tonight Dance Company, and 6:30 you will be able to see the wedding fashions, and the 7 o'clock the youth fashions. Now, in a city like Oklahoma City, we should be so proud to have the opportunity to attend a Christmas and Kwanzaa festival. There are exhibitors down there from all over the country. And you plan to do some shopping, go down today and shop at the Cox Business Service Convention Center in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Well, the Black Expo is planning to raise $10,000 to help Douglas High School, and that is really something. Today's program is a very special program because it's being brought to you by Mr. Gates, Robert Gates Barbershop, where you can still get that hair cut. You can get it cut to your satisfaction. They have 3 professional barbers there to take care of all of your needs. Tonight's a big night at 5th Street, and I wish Ann Slaughter would call me and tell me about it. I'm sure she knows all about it. Mr. Alexander has told you about it, but I want to hear Anna Slaughter talk about what's going to happen tonight. Have you or one of your family members ever felt like they were treated unfairly in any situation? Have you ever been overcharged for a repair? Have you ever been sued? Well, anyway, I tell you what you can do. Call Robert Hill at 812-6443. Now take that number down. Robert Hill at 812-6443. Do you need something different in your life? How about a dinner plate from Something Different Diner? Our dinner plates include a variety of meats, such as pork chops, grilled Hawaiian chicken breast, fried chicken, grilled steak, and chicken fried steak, along with vegetables and old-fashioned homemade desserts. All you have to do is to go to 3101 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. This is Clara Luper. Hello.
Clara,
Yes.
this is Anna Slaughter.
Yes.
I want to say that I'm glad you came back from Phoenix where your sister's ill, and we will continue to pray for her. Tonight we'll have a double celebration. We usually, the senior ushers usually start off the Christmas season the first Saturday in December, starting it off at 5th Street and our friends, and tonight we're going to have a marvelous, marvelous good time. And it's also a celebration because 61 years ago is when Pearl Harbor was bombed, and so 2,000 more Americans were killed. So we have a double celebration tonight. And like I said, of course, we have the greatest caterer in Oklahoma City that will be catering our meal. Her name is Marilyn Hildreth, one of the greater caterers in Oklahoma City. We shall have succulent turkey and dressing with cranberry sauce and gravy. We should have brisket of beef, and there's nobody that can make brisket beef like Marilyn can. We will have cake and tea and coffee. We'll have some entertainment, and we'll just start this Christmas season off with the first person we think of is Jesus. Thank you so much for asking us about that annual usher banquet that's been going on more than 30 years at Fifth Street Missionary Baptist Church Fellowship Hall tonight.
Who started that usher program at
Oh,
Fifth
my
Street?
goodness, long, long ago. It was probably, most of those people are dead. Brother Dowdy, Sister Ann Balcom, and several others were the ones, the catalysts to this many, many years ago, and we continue it to this day and hope to continue it for as long as we can, because we think that if we do not look back at our past, we won't know where we're going in the future, and we have to act in the present with what happened before we came to Fifth Street, and if more people realize that, it certainly would be nice.
Okay, tonight at what time?
6:30 p.m.
At 6:30, the dinner will be served.
will be served, and everybody will leave with a gift.
Oh, now, wait just a minute. Now, how in the world can you have a banquet charging $10 and then give a gift to everybody? How do you do that?
Well, we do that through the grace of God, and we don't try to make a profit on it. We just make enough money so that to be assured that Marilyn will get her money, and we buy the gifts out of what we have left, or we draw from our treasure. We have a treasure there so that we can give everybody a gift. It's not a $1 million gift, but it's to show them that we appreciate their support in coming to start off the Christmas season in the name of Jesus.
I didn't understand your program for tonight.
Tonight we will have singing, of course. I will be the song leader. We will have...
Oh, now, Ann, do you sing as well as my son?
Listen, don't you dare insult me like that.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
Now, you're my friend. Don't do this. But anyway, and then, like I said, we'll have two ushers, one from the youth and adult. We'll be talking about their experience as the doorkeeper in God's house. And then we will be presenting gifts to our pastor, to the president of our usher board, which is Brother Alexander, and then we'll start giving out the gifts then.
Who's your pastor?
Reverend A. Byron Coleman is the pastor of Fifth Street Missionary Baptist Church. And, of course, Reverend Weekly will be giving our blessing before we start the meal.
Okay, and that's tonight at Fifth Street
That's
Baptist Church.
Yes.
Do you have any vacant spots left? I know. How many seats did I reserve for that dinner?
You reserved 28 seats.
28 seats.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 28 seats, and I'm sure that you're getting great support for your dinner.
We're getting very, very good support, and our ticket cutoff was the 4th of this month because Marilyn had to have a count, so that she wanted to be sure that we had enough food and would not run out. So she had that, and she usually fixed a little over. So if somebody would want to buy a ticket, we will be at Fifth Street at 10:30. And they might be able to buy a ticket due to the bad weather last week.
But suppose now that you did not want to buy a ticket, could you just give a donation to the ushers?
Yes, you could.
What is an usher anyway?
An usher is the doorkeeper in God's house. We are the first people that is seen that come into the sanctuary. And it's how we project ourselves as to how people will review the Fifth Street Missionary Baptist Church. They are a great servant of God. And in Psalms it said, I'd rather be a doorkeeper in God's house than to say be a doorkeeper somewhere where people are rich and everything. Because when you join a church, you should participate in what's going on in that church and serve in God's house. And so that's what we do.
Thank you so very kindly for being my very distinguished guest today, and I would like to this time give away some chitlins because you need chitlins. I don't know, Ann didn't say anything about chitlins tonight, but the first one called me and tell me the name of the usher that was talking to me this morning. I will give you my first batch of chitlins today.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Somebody said that, Clara, Luper, do you have connections downtown? I am happy to announce today that I do have connections downtown. And I would like to put a P.S. on that. You have connections downtown. Now, the first one that called me and asked me what my connections are downtown, I will give you some chitlins this morning because I want you to get ready to celebrate the holiday season. Holiday greetings are extended to you today from hometown. located at 2001 Northeast 23rd Street, and they are open to 12 o'clock for your convenience. Hometown, 2001 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Christmas greetings from Tom's Barbecue, located at 2504 Northeast 10th Street. Now, you don't have to do your own barbecuing. They will barbecue for you. Tom's Barbecue. Go down and see Keith, 2504 Northeast 10th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Holiday greetings from Johnson Chadinas, 1643 Northeast 50th Street in Oklahoma City, where you know your child will be taken care of. This is Clara Luper. Hello.
Sister Luper,
Yes.
Sister Anna Slaughter was your special guest this morning.
You're exactly right. And what is your name?
I'm Eunice Littlejohn.
Eunice Little John, you got some chitlins. And I'll see you tonight. Oh, you're coming out to that big dinner tonight?
I hope to be there.
Okay, well, I sure hope you will be there. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next question, all you have to do is ask me what are my connections downtown, because I do have connections downtown. And I want everybody to know that Clara Luper has connections downtown, and I would like to PS it. I'm sure you have some connections too. The telephone number is 672-1220. Holiday greetings from the Plumber's Plumber, Coma Hurt Plumbing Company. All you have to do is call 771-4875. Call for your plumber. That's 558-4040. Call for your plumber, the best plumber, the plumber that do the plumbers. So we call him the Plumber's Plumber at Coma Hurt Plumbing Company, 771-4875. Never late, always on time. Holiday greetings are extended to each one of you today from Allstate Insurance Company, from Maryland, Calvin, and April. They would like to not only extend holiday greetings, but they would also like to thank you for all you have done this year. I would like to thank you for thinking about my sports reporter. And my sports reporter is all here today, ready. My sports reporter is ready. Okay, it's all yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Fidel, your sports reporter. And Washington defeated
Douglas.
Douglas.
Okay. What was how many points did they beat them by?
1 point, and the Lakers beat Dallas by 1 point.
I hate that. I know Leola Ford is grinning now because the Lakers beat Dallas. I really hate that. Thank you. Thank you, Fidel. Hello? Hello?
This morning. This is wisdom.
Okay, I need some wisdom this morning.
All right. Build people up and don't tear them down.
Build people up and don't tear them down.
That's right.
Okay, that's some wisdom. Oh, that's my report. I love him. I love his laughter. I love his wisdom. Build people up and don't tear them down.
All right.
You. I'm just waiting for somebody to call me and ask me about my connections downtown. Yes, I have connections downtown, and I want you to know it. I'm proud of my connections downtown, and you have connections downtown, too. I'll tell you about that. All I need somebody that wants some chitlins to call me and tell me. Ask me a question. And my question is, Clara, tell me about your connections downtown. Holiday greetings are extended to you today. And these are sincere holiday greetings from people that care enough to say to you, I want you to have a happy holiday. I want you to be happy this holiday season. Holiday greetings are extended from Temple Funeral Home, your funeral home at 2801 North Kelly in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Hello? Hello?
Luper,
Yes.
what are your connections downtown?
Well, I'm so happy you asked me that question, and you're going to get some chitlins. Now, I want you to react after I give you the answer. My connections downtown, I'm connected with OG&E, ONG, Oklahoma City Water Department, and when I don't connect with them financially, they disconnect me.
Well, Miss Luper, you know what? I think there's a whole lot of people connected with people downtown.
That's true. I am connected, and you are connected. Right. And my connection is so they write me every month, and they tell me how much I owe them, and if I don't respond, they disconnect me. I got connections.
You
And
know, I am in that same boat with you, man.
well, great. Wonder who else is in now got connections like I got.
I tell you what, if you ask every last one of them to turn on the light right now, we'll have such electrical surge, it'd be amazing.
Okay, and you know what? When they disconnect, they're kind enough to leave a note on my door, and we say you are disconnected.
You are so right.
Okay, give me your name, please.
My name is Tim Grundy.
Tim, give some more information in order that they can get it down there, so you can get your chitlins. Because I remember Clara Luper has connections, and I think somebody's silly to try to say I don't have no connections. If you don't believe I have connections, look down there, get your computer, look at 1111 Northeast 43rd Street. I connect, and when I don't connect downtown, disconnect. They would even disconnect my water if I don't connect with them financially. My weatherman is all smile, and he'll be with you in just a minute. The weather boy will be with you. Holiday greetings are extended to you on behalf of Geronimo's, where you can still get those delicious donuts at Geronimo's. You know, I love to go to the Northeast APCO service station because they give full service. I don't have to worry about a thing. All I have to do is drive to 2523 North Martin Luther King and just order my gas. And Mr. Johnson, that group was so friendly and kind until it's unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, you waited on this, and here's your weather boy.
This is Darian, your weather boy. This old today.
It's cold today.
I don't know what it's gonna be tomorrow.
But you know it's cold today.
Yes.
Well, thank you. Thank you so very kindly. Yes, holiday greetings are extended to you from Adams Barber Shop, 1517 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City. Now, you don't have to wait for an appointment. Just go to Adams, and not only will they cut your hair, but they'll dress your hair at 1517 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City. The telephone number is 427-9176. You don't even have to call for an appointment. You need some real estate? Why don't you call Ted Hamlin, 755-9052. Call Ted. Ted will look after your needs. 755-9052. You know, one thing I like about All Pro Cleaners, and if you aren't using All Pro Cleaners, I'm going to ask you today to go by All Pro Cleaners, located at 1018 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City. They are open today from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock noon. And Calvin, you better get down there and get my clothes out. That's All Pro Cleaners. I want to keep repeating that because you had been talking about we need some business on the east side. How can we have business if you don't patronize your own people? Who are your people? Your people are your people. That's who they are. And your people have connections too. All Pro Cleaners, 424-0902. You don't have to call. All you have to do is go by 1018 Northeast 23rd Street. And there's one thing about All Pro Cleaners. It's operated by beautiful women. If you do nothing else but go in there and look at some pretty young ladies, go to All Pro Cleaners. And I want to say that, All Pro Cleaners. Calvin, I know you enjoy going down to All Pro Cleaners.
Of course I do, Mom. You know why? Because it's convenient. And as you say, there are some beautiful young ladies that are in there. But even better than that, they do a good job, and the clothes come out nice and crisp. I like the way they do the shirts. They come out just laundered just right. All Pro Cleaners, that's the place. Not only is it beautiful on the inside, but the people that work in there, they're nice and they're friendly and very attractive.
Look, if you need a car, see Rodale at John Vance Motor Company, I-35 in South Guthrie exit. They have 11 lines to select from, Calvin. 11 lines. Name those lines for me.
Well, I'll start off naming them. I'm going to start out with Rodale's favorite, and that's that Cadillac. Then he has the GMC. He got a GMC large truck, a GMC small truck. He has Chevrolet. He got every model Chevrolet. He has the Buick. He has every model Buick. He has the Mercury and the Ford. Oh, man, John Vance Motor Company, if they don't have it, they make sure that they go get it for you. Now, not only does he have that, but they have utility vehicles, And there's so much down there. You know, one thing that I know that you know that they have, and that is that Chrysler product. Remember your little black Chrysler?
Do I remember it? It's still
from
running.
John Vance. Dodge cars, Dodge trucks, Jeeps, that PT Cruiser, and what they don't have, they will get it for you. I mean, Rodale.
Well, how do
makes
you
sure
call
that-
him?
Well, you have to use one of your connections from downtown.
I told you I got connected.
You call Vance Motor Company 282-2113. Ask for Mr. Rodale Hornbeck and tell him you heard about it on the Clara Luper Radio Show. So you have to use your connections every opportunity that you have, Mom.
Well, I know everybody in town know that Clara Luper has connections, and when I don't connect, those people downtown disconnect. Not only will they disconnect, they come out to my house and leave a tag on my door. That's connection.
And it's a different color tag from each department. You know, you can get an orange tag, you can get a white tag, just depending on which connection you lose.
Well, Clara Luper has connections. And talking about connections, I like to go to the clothes closet at 1917 Northeast 24th Street. I like to go to Marie. Oh, it is just wonderful. Marie has the best selection. And let me tell you something. She has a sale today. Go by 1917 Northeast 24th Street. Not only that, she and Donna are the top beauticians in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Calvin, I'm really excited, and I'm so glad to be back in Oklahoma City because of the cold weather. Was that what my report, my weather boy said?
Your weather boy said that it was cold yesterday, and it's cold today.
Well, he doesn't know what it's going to be tomorrow.
I don't know. Do you know what it's going to be tomorrow, Daria? No, he don't know what it's going to be tomorrow.
Well, I know when I left Phoenix yesterday, it was warm. We all had on our T-shirts, and it was very, very comfortable. I had the opportunity to visit an outstanding black restaurant in Phoenix. Yes, JD's barbecue company. It was outstanding. And I had the opportunity to see so many of my friends, my sisters heal, and thank you for remembering us in your prayers.
Mom, you know, during the course of the past month, we've been giving away the chitlins, the turkeys, the hams, the special products from our advertisers, and we've done good. I've been able to get all of the slips out to everybody.
Except Gene Hamilton.
Gene Hamilton and Rhonda Harding. I have not. I didn't get their addresses.
Maybe they don't need any chitlins.
Maybe they don't. But then, you know, this is a special day today. December the 7th is a very special day in the history of America and in world history. And I was outside and I looked out at that beautiful sky. I realized how free I am and how there's no barbed wire around me. You know, I have an opportunity to do things as an American that if we would have lost World War II, I wonder what our lives would have been like if Americans hadn't gotten together. And I'm thinking
with their European allies, right, and what have you.
And I'm thinking at a time like this in our lives that it's going to be good to see us hopefully rejuvenate ourselves and get that same togetherness again, that war spirit that brought a country through. You know, it's a good feeling when you look out and you realize what freedom really is. Not only with the NACP membership, not only with have an opportunity to eat any place that you can afford, an opportunity to go to schools that you have only dreamed about in the past, that our forefathers only dreamed about. Who would have ever thought that it would have been some black folk at Oklahoma State University, let alone have a building named after them? Who would have ever thought that OU would have black men playing football and basketball and running track for them back on that December the 7th? Back there at Pearl Harbor. Who would ever thought that, Mom?
Okay, now I have a question, and this is a question that's out of sight, because not only am I going to give you some chitlins, but I'm going to send you out for dinner if you can answer this question. The question is, who was president when Pearl Harbor was bombed? Who was the president of the United States when Pearl Harbor was bombed?
Well, I know this. It's 9:30. It is 12/7/2002. We are live and in living color with the Clara Luper Radio Show, where you have an opportunity to be a winner. You can call us out here, 672-1220. You can either win the chitlins or a special dinner. We got some ham and some turkeys that'll be coming up. But we want you to be a part of this show. Call that friend. Call that neighbor and invite them to be a part of this, the Clara Luper Radio Show.
We have an answer. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
President Roosevelt.
What Roosevelt?
Theodore.
Oh, you're wrong. Girl, get off the air. Did you hear that girl tell me that Theodore Roosevelt was president?
Well, she
during-
tried. We got our history
you
books
can
open
try.
now.
You can try, but if first you don't succeed, try again.
672-1220 is the number. Charles is over there. You want to hear the Charles report today, Mom? Or shall we save that?
Save that for
Let's
later.
save the
in
Charles
show.
report. We won't tell him about that new Lexus.
Okay. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and today's show is one that's real excited because it's Black Expo time, and I know you can hardly wait to go. Okay, hello?
Delano Roosevelt.
Huh?
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Yes, and who is this?
This is Troy Hagan.
Troy, you are
okay.
exactly right.
Okay.
Troy, what did I promise you?
The siblings and free dinner somewhere.
Okay, then,
Well-
you're going to get it.
Well, Troy, what you got to do, you have to stay on the line and let our brother Charles over there get the necessary information for you. And hold on, and we'll get the
Okay,
slips
someone
to you.
else
You
is
can either
on the
come by
line.
the Freedom Center or you can have it mailed to you.
Okay, hello?
Good morning. How are you doing this morning? I'm doing just fine, Miss Luke.
Okay, well, great. We're
Okay,
talking to each other. The weather was really fine out of Phoenix. Hello? Hello? Well, anyway, let me ask you another question. And this question is very, very important. What political party did Franklin D. Roosevelt belong to? You know so much about Franklin D. Roosevelt. What political party did he belong to? A telephone number is 672-2122. Oh, I'm going to give you some chitlins and a dinner. I'm going to give away these chitlins today. And a dinner. Chitlins and a dinner. Okay, the telephone number is 672. What political party did he belong to?
Mom, I want to know a little more about the Black Expo, you know.
Oh, I'm
time
telling you,
and
today
place.
at Cox Convention Center downtown.
Okay.
You got to go to the Cox Convention Center.
That's formerly the
downtown.
Myriad, right?
Oh, yeah,
Before
formerly Myriad. Okay, I'm waiting for an answer. I'm giving away a chitlins and a barbecue dinner. A barbecue dinner today. I'm telling you, I feel so good because I'm going to send you to Willie's Barbecue, 3815 North Kelly in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Willie's Barbecue. Barbecue sauce by Willie the barbecue man himself. 3815 North Kelly in Oklahoma City. Have you had any Willie's Barbecue, Kelly?
You know I have, Mom. I had some Willie's barbecue at the time we were really celebrating during the presentation of the Clara Luper Scholarship, and the recipients and the staff went over there and we enjoyed it. We loved it. Been back a couple of times. Had some takeaway orders. Oh, delicious, and it's good. It's good. I guess because he's able to rise to
someone's
the
on the line, Kevin.
Well, let me finish my sentence.
Okay.
He's able to rise to the occasion, any special occasion.
And he has
Willis can
connections
take care of
downtown
it.
too. Hello?
I'm sorry, he got some
Hello?
connections in the
Yes.
woods too.
Was that the Democratic Party?
You asked me the question. Answer the question. What political party? did
The
Frank-
Democratic Party.
You are exactly right. And what is your name?
My name is Luper Hart, and I sure hate you don't like those Lakers.
I sure don't like those Lakers.
Well, I
Lakers-
do, and they sure beat up last
They
night.
didn't beat up bad. They just won by one little point.
Well, they
and that
still
was an
got it.
accident.
I want my chilies, okay?
You're going to get your chillin', you're going to get a dinner. You hear
Okay.
Roberta telling me she hates I don't like it.
Well, I can relate to what she's saying because it was a
Okay,
bad
I'm going to
bet.
ask you a question. And I say, hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Well, I just answered your question.
Okay, well, put on hold.
Okay.
We're gonna hold tight.
We got
need
to
some
have the
information.
information. And without the
And
information...
make sure we get it right because we don't want
Well,
you
one
to be
thing
like
I can say
Rhonda
about
Hardy.
Roberta just like Clara, she got some connections downtown. I
Well-
have downtown connections. You know that's really on the ball.
Well-
I better have downtown connections so my
I know this
sports
one.
reporter can read the sports.
Well, I know a lot of people have an extra connection downtown, Mom, that you haven't mentioned.
What?
That's those people who have gotten tickets. They have connections with the OKCPD department. It's a lot more connections
And if you
downtown.
don't have connections, they'll come get you, right?
They will bring another color slip for you. But then there's another connection downtown, the mass transit system. And I like to compliment Oklahoma City on that. We're starting, the buses seem like they're running a little regular. The people I know that ride the bus regularly say that they're cleaner and it's not toxic on there as it used to be, but they're able to get
Okay.
different places at a great time.
I have a question that I've got to throw out here now. Who presented Dungey High School's scholarship committee $5,000 last week? I would need to know that. See how well my audience.
Well, we know they were listening. We know
That's
they
right.
are listening.
Okay, well, I want you to keep listening to the Clara Luper radio show because Clara Luper's giving you some information today that you didn't have. Somebody say you got downtown connection, and stand to receive.
Coco's saying that. I hope she can tell Mrs. Stale or Mr.
To
Stale.
give you a coconut
Coconut
pie.
cream pie. Don't even have to wrap it for Christmas. I'll come get it early.
Okay. Well, thank you, Coco.
Okay.
And you're talking about something. If you have been to Stale's restaurant,
That's right.
I want you to go.
That is the
And
place.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a dinner from Stale's restaurant.
Oh.
The next one, call me and tell me the name of my fantastic reporter. Who is my fantastic
I
reporter?
don't know, but I sure like to win that dinner with dessert.
Yeah, you,
I might trade my dinner
Yeah,
in
but I
for just
know-
for dessert.
yeah.
You know, just line me up the desserts. I don't need a dinner just yet. But Mom, you know this.
it's not, you can't be. Stale's restaurant is located at 1100
Okay.
Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City. Stale's restaurant, 1100 Northeast 23rd Street. Now, what was my question about Stale's?
What was your question about Stales? I was talking and then missed
Oh,
over.
okay, you got
But
to learn
672-1220.
Okay,
What
someone
was
has
your
an
question
answer.
about
Hello?
Stales?
Hello?
If I answer the
Darius, your reporter?
Huh?
Darius, your weather reporter?
Who?
Darius.
no.
Darren's my weather boy.
Weather
no,
boy.
But I said, who was my fantastic reporter?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. She's sorry. She didn't know my fantastic reporter. Hello? Hello? Yes.
Corian.
You're right. Who is this?
Burley and Nero.
Berlin Nero. You know my fantastic reporter.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you so very kindly.
Thank you.
And Berlin, I don't know what I'm gonna do for you. I think I know
You
what
got
I'm
the
gonna
dinner
do.
to
No,
Stales.
I'm gonna send him to Adam's Barber Shop and let him get a haircut. That's
Oh,
what
no,
I'm gonna
Ber-
do for him. I'm gonna send him to Adam's Barber Shop, let him get a haircut, and give him some chitlins because he deserves. You know, he's older now.
Wait. Okay.
He's older now.
Just a little
Last
bit.
week he had
What's
a
your
birthday.
choice? What's your choice, Nero? Now that you're a year older.
Well, either one of both of them.
Okay, what did you think of Joe Hill's day last week?
Well, that was a wonderful day. That was a very wonderful occasion. That was history.
Okay, how did you feel knowing that a student from Dungey High School who grew up with plenty of nothing could come back home and make the kind of presentation that he did?
He's wonderful. It's a wonderful role model. I think everybody should have seen it that possibly could. I mean, he walked out from Dungey High School, and now he's a big attorney, and came back and donated to the community and the Freedom Center. Oh, it was just a wonderful occasion. And his daughter was there, and that made it much more wonderful.
Okay, well, I'm sure glad that he made it wonderful, and you know you're on that committee to go and buy some of the things that he wanted.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, thank you so very kindly, and
Thank
he
you.
won it.
Oh, Nero won. Nero, you can hold on the line even though you don't have to. Some of those prizes we need to share particularly, but then if you hold on the line, you need to talk to Charles. We got to give the Charles report, Mom. I'm looking forward to that report.
You're so good. Somebody needs to give a Calvin's report.
Oh, well, you
know,
can-
a lot of people quit their girlfriends and boyfriends for Christmas because they don't want to buy no Christmas gifts. And I
Is
think
that
that's
what
ridiculous.
happens?
Yes.
Well,
Now-
you know, on buying gifts, I know where I'm going to look for some gifts this year. And it'd be at the Black Expo, the Christmas and Kwanzaa Festival,
Well, they
Friday,
are playing
Saturday,
out
and
there.
Sunday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. yesterday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. today. You got to be there. You got to be a part of it. Good morning, caller. How are you doing this morning? Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show, this very special show. How are you doing today?
Okay.
Good. You ready for a question?
Yeah, did you get the answer about who the fantastic reporter was?
Yes.
Okay.
But I have another question.
Yeah.
Who's my new sports reporter?
Oh, I don't know that little
Okay, well,
fella.
thank you. Thank you. You know
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a little fella.
You
You
had
know
a
the
chance.
weather boy?
No.
Okay, well, bye.
Oh, well, maybe
Okay,
later.
and
So
my
what is your
next
question?
My
Okay.
next question will concern churches. And I think that everybody should go to church. And sometimes you call me and say, Miss Lupe, I've been to church, and I thought you had gone to church, and you had gone down to church's chicken and got your stomach full of chicken. But
Fried
I'm talking
chicken
about
at that one.
I'm talking about spiritual food. Unless they give you too much. Now if they preach too long for you, you might have religious indigestion. Wonder anybody ever thought about that? Well, anyway, I want to know. Now listen very carefully at this question. I want to know who is the pastor of the St. John AME Church in Arcadia, Oklahoma. That's what I need to know. And
You want to know who the pastor is
of the
in
St. John AME Church in
Well, I don't
Arcadia.
know the phone lines lit up,
I know
though.
there are a lot of AMEs because
Oh.
the day the bishop is here, these will be assigning churches. Hello?
Good morning, caller. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I thought it was the sports reporter before that.
And you know who the sports report is?
Yes.
Who?
Darius.
No, you wrong. Get off that, girl. There is no sports reporter. He's my weather boy.
Well, let's.
Okay. I want to know who's the pastor of St. John's AME Church.
Good morning, caller. How you doing this morning?
Answer to the weather boy.
What?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I did. Who did you say the weather boy was?
Darion.
Darion. You're right. That Joe is. What is your name?
Shirley Anderson.
Shirley Anderson, that's right. Darion.
Okay.
Darion.
Shirley, she's a winner. Hey, Shirley, do me a favor. Hold on the line a little bit.
Okay.
Charles will get with you. We'll get that out to you. Thanks for listening to the Clara Luper radio show and knowing who the weather boy is. Okay. That question about St. John's AME
Church in Arcadia. I want to know who's the pastor.
Mom, you said the bishop is in town for
the
that?
The bishop is in town, and they are having that conference, and they are giving assignments either today or tomorrow. But one thing about the AME Church, the bishop gives assignments, and I know one thing. If I were a bishop, I would assign one minister to Hoffman, Oklahoma, because we don't have an AME church in Hoffman, Oklahoma.
Well, do you have more than one stop sign?
Okay, that's okay, Calvin. That's okay. We don't have to stop.
Only town in Oklahoma, just one stop sign.
I need to get rid of.
Is that a four-way?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Reverend Hugh Bennett is the pastor of St. James AME Church.
Who is this?
Joy Hall.
Joy Hall. Well, thank you. You are exactly right. And Joy, I got to give you some more chitlins.
Okay.
And I'm going to send you to dinner. I want you to go down to Tom's Barbecue for me here.
Okay.
And I want you to eat some barbecue prepared by Tom himself. My next question, who is the pastor of the Garden Oaks Church of Christ? Who is the pastor of the minister of the Garden Oaks Church of Christ? I'm so glad that my friends extend beyond boundaries, but I'm a Baptist. Oh yes, I'm a Baptist, and I'm gonna give a Baptist question.
Are you a new Baptist, Mom, or old Baptist?
I'm an old
just
Baptist.
a good Baptist.
And a Baptist. I believe in the covenant of the Baptist Church. I believe in BYPU, because if it wasn't for BYPU, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Sunday school.
This is Clara. Sure, I believe all of that. But I believe Ted Hamlin can find you a deal. Call him at 755-9052 and tell Ted you heard it on the Clara Luper.
Now, what kind of deal would Ted Hamlin find us, Mom?
I know one thing. Some 30 years ago, he found me a house that I just love. Be it ever so humble, there's no place like what? Home. You're right. And thanks to Ted Hamlin that founded my house for me. I would like for Miss Gloria Matthews to contact me, because I do know that she had death in her family.
Oh, no.
And I want to make sure I have the name right. You have to be very careful and get the names right. I wish Gloria Matthews would call me. If she would call me today, that family has gone through some things because they have had 2 deaths within the last month. I'm going to give her some chitlins if she would call me. I'm talking about Gloria Matthews.
Well, Mom, maybe Mrs. Matthews is trying to call now, but we have a call on the line that's ready to answer one of your questions.
Okay, we're ready.
Good morning.
Hello?
Working with you.
Oh,
how you doing this morning?
They didn't know. That person didn't know who was a minister of the Garden Oaks Church of Christ. Oh, I love the ministers. And one thing you can say, and one thing I love the ministers because they cooperate so well. These are the most cooperative ministers you've ever seen. When one happens to one, all of them are available. Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Brother Blow.
Blow?
Bloom.
Balloon.
Bloom.
Bloom.
That you are exactly right. You're so close.
Right? Good.
Right.
Okay.
And what is your name?
Lori Winters.
Oh.
I'm a little sick today.
Huh?
I always want them chitlins from you.
Well, you always, and you're welcome to chitlins, darling.
Thanks for listening, Lori.
And we'll get your name and address and everything.
Okay,
now I've asked a question about the Church of Christ. Let me ask you something about that good old Baptist church. Now, it's a Baptist church in Arcadia. It's known as, let's see, I don't know whether I should ask you that. Maybe you already know that. I'm going to ask you about...
Well, we had a caller from El Reno that was a winner, Mom. Let's say we got a question up that way about a Baptist church. Now, the caller that earlier during the radio show, we had a caller from the El Reno area.
Well, okay, whoever called from El Reno, call me back because I know you are something special, and I'm going to ask you a question. If
Well,
you
she's
call
already
from-
answered the question.
Well, what question did she ask?
She answered the very first question.
From El Reno.
From El Reno.
Okay.
I just mentioned that because I wanted our listeners over in El Reno way to know that we know that there's some Baptist churches there and some CMEs and some AME churches, and we know it's a thriving, growing community. And thanks for listening and being a part of this, the Clara Luper Radio Show.
Well, Calvin, we have so many announcements and everything. We can't give them all, but we can tell you that the Black Expo is in town at Cox. Hello? Hello? Yes.
I was trying to answer the question on the Garden Oaks Church of Christ's pastor. Has it been answered?
It has been answered, but I can ask you another question. What is your name?
Oh, I'm Eulila Davis.
Well, Miss Davis, I want to give you some chitlins because you were kind enough to call, and I'm so liberal today. Miss Davis, leave your address. Oh, Calvin, you know I appreciate people calling me, and I enjoy being Clara Luper because sometimes I go down the street and somebody say, "Hi, Clara." Oh, that makes me feel important, and I know people nobody speaks to. Well, somebody asked me, said, "Clara, why do you have so many friends?" I said, "You're asking me the wrong question. The question is, why don't you have some friends?" That's a problem. You live here all the time, keep your mouth shut, you don't have no friends, you ought to do something for somebody. But speaking of doing something for somebody, will you go down to Lamore's at 1736 Northeast 23rd Street? They have a new product down there. All you've got to do is go down there to get some products. Get your hair products from somebody that you know, somebody that has grown up in your community, attended school in your community. And I want you to go to 1736 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Calvin, my next question, I haven't asked about a Baptist church. I need to ask.
I'm waiting on that question there. I know it's more Baptists than there are AMEs or CMEs or
Hello?
MEs.
Somebody's on the line. Hello?
Well, I'm Eulila Davis. I didn't know if you were through with me yet.
Yeah, right.
I'm
through with
you, and you got
for
your
a minute.
kid.
You keep listening to that friend, that neighbor. Mom, you know one thing though, before we get to that Baptist question, one thing that's happening different at the Black Expo this year is that they're working in conjunction with Douglas High School, where there's a $10,000 community challenge, and what they're going to do, they're going to match the funds that are raised at the Black Expo. Now, the way that breaks down is there will be $1 off of every general admission ticket will go to Douglas High School. $3 of each Douglas High School special weekend pass will go to Douglas High School. 100% of the pledges, contributions, and donations will go to Douglas High School. Now, for more information, go to the Black Expo.
That's a good place to go.
Go to the Black Expo. It opens at 10 o'clock this morning, and we hope to see you there. It will be going till 9 p.m. I know at 4 o'clock this evening, they're going to have a very special function because Daruba will be there live and in beautiful living color. Now, the Black Expo is not only for the merchants, not only for you to go there and get your Christmas gifts or your Kwanzaa gifts, but for you to just bring your family and to make sure that you have a nice family affair, family time there at the Black Expo 2002.
We're going to talk some politics today.
We're going to politics?
We're going to politics today because today is a day that we can talk politics. But I got to ask you about this Baptist. Well, who is a pastor of the Mount Pleasant Baptist Church in Arcadia, Oklahoma? The Mount Pleasant Baptist Church in Arcadia, Oklahoma. And we're going to talk some politics because I'm going to tell you about a race that's really hot.
We got a call on the line already, Mom.
Hello? Yes?
Reverend Allen Threet.
You are exactly right. Who am I speaking to?
Francis Anderson.
Francis Anderson, you are exactly right. And stay on the line until we get your address. Now, ladies and gentlemen,
way to go.
There's a political race that's coming up and it's hot. That political race is so hot it's unbelievable. It's between two graduates of Millwood High School. Two graduates of
Millwood High School here in Oklahoma City.
Yes, they're running, and I'm going to have them out here. I want to see. You see, one thing about it, Kay Hamilton decided that she's not going to run anymore, and because she didn't, and whoever's elected will be elected for a 5-year term on the school board.
On the school board
for president.
You mean the Millwood School Board is different than Oklahoma City School Board?
I don't know nothing about. I'm not going to say nothing about the Oklahoma City School Board because anytime the school board can't afford pencils and paper for their own kids, it's really bad. I should like to ask Mr. Clydes and Mrs. Parks about that. But anyway, that's my business because I have 2 children, 2 grandchildren in the Oklahoma City school system. Okay. Now,
connections downtown.
Christopher J. Harrison and John Pettit John Pettit Jr. is run. Both of them are running for the school board member. And from now on, we're gonna have a farm for the next 3 minutes. The first one that call me and tell me if you're in the middle, who you think will win that race? Will it be Harrison or will it be Pettit? I said Pettit. So I want to know. I want to know what you think, but that election is not until February. But we're gonna bring them here, and boy, I can hardly wait to question them. 672-1220. That's Harrison and Pettit.
Mom, if
There
they were
they
to come
are
here,
at the
what
race.
kind of questions would you ask them?
Oh, I want to ask them what are they going to do for the Millwood School District. Hello, we have someone on the line. Hello?
Good morning, caller.
Oh, that cow is scared. You don't have to take a stand if you're out in the Millwood School District. I don't know who else is on file, but I've been told that Harrison, Christopher J. Harrison, and John Pettit are going to run. They are running. They are running fast for a seat for 5 years on the Millwood. Hello?
I think that John Pettis will win.
And what is your name?
I'm Coco Thomas, your fantastic reporter.
Okay, well, you got some chitlins, girl. Let's go. Who else? Call me quick on that. Oh, that's right. She goes to Millwood, doesn't she?
Right, that is her school district.
Okay, well, Christopher Harrison and John Pettis running. Run. Well, anyway, with Lakers accidentally beat my team last night.
Watch your use of words, Mom. Accidents are something that you don't know will happen.
I want to know what somebody else thinks because I don't have a
Lakers
team. Hello.
Hello, I believe John Pettis Jr. is going to win.
Okay, and who is this?
Laverne Griffith.
Laverne, you believe John Pettis is going to win?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you got you some chitlins. Christopher J.
Laverne,
Harrison
you have to
and
stay on
John
the line,
Pettis.
please.
And so we can get that information to you.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. John A. Pettis Jr. and Christopher Harrison in the race. And they are running fast. They're running for a seat on the Millwood School Board for 5 years. And those are young men, too.
Well, it's good to see young people getting involved in the political
Yeah, but getting
process.
some votes. You get
Well,
some
yeah,
votes
you got to
and
get some votes. That's what America's all about. If you can't get no votes, you can't sit there on the school board. So that's what it's all
say
about.
they increase educational opportunities, and I want to get them out here on the Clara Luper radio show and see how they're going to do it. Now, so many of you have called me and say, I wish I could do like Joe Hill. I wish I could do like you, because you've been in Oklahoma City all the time. You're the one that's going to the restaurants. You're the one that's giving your account, and we are helping you with your complaints. And you made $10. Would you give the NACP Youth Council a penny? I don't know. I don't have it on record. Hello? Yes.
It's George Morrison. You don't know me, but I know you. I worked at the store in Belmont for 35 years.
Okay.
I need a turkey.
You need a turkey?
What about a duck?
And have I given away a turkey today?
No, you haven't, Bob. Did he answer the question?
Wait a minute. He's going to have to answer the question. He worked at the Skirvin. And for how many years?
Over 35 years, Belmont.
You are Belmont and you need a turkey?
Yes, ma'am.
And what are you going to do with that turkey?
I want to eat him if you give him to me.
If I give you a turkey, you will eat it.
You going to share it with somebody?
Are you going to cook him?
Sure, I'll cook him.
Oh, you know cook.
I can cook.
Okay, tell me how you going to cook the turkey.
Well, I'm going to boil him first, then I'm going to put him out on the grill and roast him.
Okay, are you going to give me some of the turkey?
Sure, if you come by.
If I come by, now I'm going to give you a turkey, and I got to come by before I can get a bite of turkey.
Well, I have to tell you the truth about it.
Oh, wait, tell me the truth, brother, because I love the truth. They say the truth shall make you free. If you got nerve enough to call me and ask me to give you a turkey, I'm going to give you a turkey. Give me your name. That guy got more nerve.
Well, he's
okay,
a Bellman.
And what is your name?
He's a Bellman.
Your name is what?
George Morrison.
Okay, George, I'm going to give you a turkey because you got nerve. You got nerve. I'm telling you, I don't want nobody else to call me and ask me to give me a turkey because I sure won't give you a turkey. But anyway, we are in a
George
big
got
race
away,
now.
didn't he? That's
George is smart.
I guess being a bellman at the old Skirvin Hotel, he had to learn if nothing comes to a closed mouth. And I know carrying all those suitcases back then and over the 30 years, I'm certain he had to act like and probably request a tip from those people that he was waiting on. But that was different,
I'm from Hoffman, Oklahoma, and we learned from the turtles. Unless you stick your head out, you cannot get across the street.
Well, we learned, Mom.
We learned more out in Hoffman than you people that's born in Oklahoma City learned in 30 years because we learned how to love and to share. And I know one thing. down in Hoffman. I never shall forget Reverend Massey. He used to preach all the time, and he'd preach a long sermon. And there were people there was praying, and he would shut up. But he thought they were saying amen because he was going to town. This is Clara Luper, and the people from Hoffman and Grayson will have their annual Christmas party at my house. I'm so excited about it next Saturday night. Oh, well, Calvin, I want to know who you're going to sing happy birthday to.
Mom, I'm going to do something very special this morning.
Okay, I need something special. I need something special.
And I was not invited to perform at the Black Expo. I was not invited to perform at the annual Ushers Dinner at Fifth Street. I was paid not to sing happy birthday to one very special person. But, Barbara, I know that you paid me, but I have to go back in and get a refund. But then I also know there's some people out there that love to hear me sing. And this song goes out especially to them because this is 12/7/202 special. Calvin Luper singing Happy Birthday. Happy birthday, dear Barbara. Happy birthday, dear Barbara. Happy birthday to you. And may you, and may you, and may you have many, many more.
Holiday greetings from McKay Davis Funeral Home, from Mr. Davis and the entire staff. They say, have a safe holiday. This is Clara Luper telling you about that race, and next week I want to have those two runners out here. I want to see Pettis and Harrison. That's going to be something. I'm inviting them back out here, and I want to know, what are you two young men going to do to increase education opportunities at Millwood School? Clara Luper saying, whatever you do, go to the Black Expo, go to church tomorrow, and take care of your business and stay out of jail. Bye-bye.
Use your connections.
Use your connections. Use your connections downtown.
We'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to the Clara Luper Show. Join Sister Clara Luper here each and every Saturday from 9 until 10 at your number one gospel station, KTLV. And until next Saturday, may God bless you.
And the views and opinions expressed on the preceding program were not necessarily those of AM Radio 1220 KTLV.
Father, I need your help and a hand. Come on.
This is your key.